time.
What's happening today, fellas? This is Aztecross. Hey, listen, I wanted to start off 2017 with a top 3, man. And specifically today, we're going to be talking about the top 3 exotics, man, that are just game-changing exotics here in Crucible. There's a lot of exotics, man. There's a lot of things in Destiny that I feel like for a new player, you're probably a little overwhelmed on what choices you should go to. And by all means, I feel like experiencing all of these are the best way to go about Destiny. That's how you get the Destiny experience. But in terms of game-changing, in terms of normally coming out on top in those just 1v1 engagements, I feel like these 3 exotics are by far the best amongst all of them. With that being said, guys, down below, as you see gameplay throughout this entire video, if you ever want to know what weapon I am using or what setup I'm actually using, I will timestamp all of these things and you can go and check them out for yourselves. So without further ado, guys, let's hit this off. Let's talk about Bones of Ao, man. I will be talking a lot today, guys, which is kind of unusual. Normally, we got a lot of music and stuff playing in the background and everything, and I just give like a little spill. But I'm going to be talking a little bit with you guys. There's a lot of exotics that were dropped for hunters, man. Specifically, let's just label Shinobi's Vow and Frosty's that were recently dropped with Rise of Iron. There was a lot of buzz around those, and I gotta say, those are pretty good exotics. But here's the thing about it, man. The thing that makes me really cringe when going against people that are good using Bones, especially if you combine something like Bones with Shade Step, they always have the vertical edge on me. And if you know anything about playing Destiny, it's much easier to aim and take gunfights going down than it is to look up and try to get a glimpse of where your enemy is. It's hard to keep up with someone that's really good at jumping around with Bones, man. Someone that really knows how to suck themselves around maps, especially whenever you got ridiculous situations where you see them roll off the map, but they got an extra hop on them and they just hop right back up and shotgun you. Those are very aggravating situations, but that's the kind of thing that this exotic piece allows you to do. See, the issue I see people go completely wrong with it, man, is they don't rock better control, which is by far the best jump on Hunter class. And most top tier players, man, they already know this. But with that being said, there's a lot of good things that Bones have to offer, just besides the fact that it gives you that extra jump that a lot of people, I feel like, don't look at, man. The fact that you can transition all levels, meaning that no matter what the case may be, especially in something like Trials, you can always find yourself in a scenario that can get that edge on someone and always partake in that team fight, man. And that's what I really like about Bones more than anything, is the fact that even outside of the 1v1 engagements, I see my teammates fighting in this one area, I can hop right up there to that pillar or that column or wherever it may be, that platform, and I can partake in that team fight at all times and be able to just transition all different levels, all different elevations on the map, man, and do that easily is something that is really game changing. And that's something that really makes it stand out to me more than the other exotic pieces we have on the Hunter class. So number 2 on this list might really take some of you by surprise, man. I have put out top 5 exotic pieces for Titans before, but Twilight Garrison was never my number 1 spot. And the reason why simply boils down to skill level of certain players. A lot of people that I've seen pick up something like Twilight Garrison could never get the functions down correctly, and so they were never able to use it effectively. And so that's why it's never really hit that number 1 spot for me. But I gotta say, everything dealing with the Titan class, whether you're skating, whether you're evading, whether you're just moving offensively and just trying to get the jump on somebody, Twilight Garrison can perform all of those things for you very effectively, man. I love using it on my Titan class, but more so than just love using it, I find myself outperforming and outmaneuvering, out-juking enemies just purely based on this exotic piece. I know some of you are probably wondering why Armatarium wouldn't be on there, or something like Dune Marchers that a lot of people were really happy about whenever it hit with Rise of Iron. Here's the thing, man. Twilight Garrison, it's just the thing that can just surprise any enemy. And I'm not saying Dune Marchers couldn't do that, and I'm not saying that Armatarium couldn't couldn't do it with that extra grenade. But in terms of if I had to decide what player I would want to go against in a 1v1 scenario, man, somebody that knows how to rock out Twilight Garrison effectively is by far the more difficult opponent.
See through walls, I could see you faking. You could see my thoughts, you would see your faces. I ain't here no more. We'll never be those kids again.
Number one on this list, guys, is Athenian Aspects, man. This exotic piece right here has pretty much solidified its #1 spot for me, and for a lot of reasons. When I first got this, I got this day one, man, and I didn't want to use it because I knew what it was going to happen. It's the same reason why I find myself drifting the blade a bunch. You get used to that quick draw, man, and you start crutching on it too much. But not only does it have that, if you're rocking out your Voidwalker class, you've got Viper Toteming, which is improved energy drain, and your weapons reload quicker. Yeah, all those times you find yourself hunting down gauntlets to have yourself good hand cannon reloaders because you're rocking out something like rifle barrel, that's not a problem. Athenian Aspects fixes all those things. You've got faster reload on everything. Nothing makes me matter though whenever I'm approaching an enemy. I know exactly whether or not they can actually have a shotty out in time to actually gun me down, and all of a sudden they just whip it out of nowhere and blow me away. And that's just simply because Athenian Aspects allows them to do that. You know, for a while there, blades, I kind of just understood. I knew how to deal with blades. I knew, okay, that's a blade class. He's definitely rocking quick draw. I know exactly how to deal with him. But in these scenarios now, man, we're all these warlocks, and that's why you see Stormcallers using these gauntlets still, even though this was primarily going to be an exotic for your Voidwalker class. That's why you see Sunsingers using this exotic piece. It's just that damn powerful that people just rather have the quick reload and quick draw perk, and that's the thing about these exotics that I'm labeling right now. These are the exotics that if you have the gun skill, man, these aid you in every single level, man, which will allow you to be an even deadlier player. And despite Shinobi's Vow, despite Armatarium, and all the other different exotic pieces that can help you out by giving you an extra grenade, you know, an extra seeker on your Axion bolts, maybe a little bit of extra armor, those things are extremely nice. But if you can solidify good gun skill in this game and then combine that also with one of these 3 exotic pieces, you're a deadly motherfucker, man. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming and watching this video. And I just want to say one more thing, man. Thank y'all so much for just the amount of support that y'all have given me, both here on YouTube and also here on Twitch, man. I mean, we went out in 2016 with a bang, and I gotta say, man, 2016 was such a good fucking year. I could fall over dead right now, and I probably wouldn't have too many regrets other than, I don't know, probably should have eaten a couple more crawfish than what I've been eating. But other than that, I'm pretty damn excited to see what 2017 is gonna bring to us. Guys, if you like this video, feel free to share it, man. And also feel free to hit that like button if you really, really liked it. But as always, guys, thank you so much for just coming here and watching and giving me your time of day. I'll catch y'all later, fellas. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.